Folks, welcome to another edition of my video blog. Today's discussion concerns using an expert witness to assist you with an OUI defense. Now, oftentimes the only people that have an expert witness involved in a case is the government, and that's because the government, in this case the state of Maine, has plenty of money to spend on their own private army of investigators and expert witnesses. Generally, the expert witnesses that the state employs are chemists, and the chemists will testify either about the accuracy and reliability of a breath test or the accuracy and reliability of a blood test. If you want to have the best chance of successfully defending your OUI case, it's really important to think about employing the services of your own expert. Now, it can be extremely expensive, so I would say the vast majority of my cases, probably more than 80%, clients, if they can afford to get me involved, may not be able to afford an expert. Or in that 80% plus realm of clients, we may not need to employ an expert. It just may not be beneficial to the case. However, oftentimes I suggest to my clients that we get an expert involved, and either they follow my advice and it becomes very helpful, or for one reason or another they decide to decline following my advice, and it may or may not work out for them in the end. Now, a typical type of case where I like to employ an expert witness is when you have chewing tobacco involved. Now, I've seen this more and more, and I think that's because in the intake process, it's something we always question a potential client about during the interview is, did you have anything in your mouth at all? Now, the police officer must examine your mouth prior to initiating a 15-minute wait period, which happens immediately prior to giving you that first breath sample. So what they need to do is look inside your mouth and ask you if you've got anything inside your mouth. Oftentimes, they may just say, hey, Bill, Joe, whatever your name is, you got anything inside your mouth I should know about? You've never been arrested for OUI before. You've got some chewing tobacco between your lip and your gum, and you say no because you don't think it's important. He doesn't bother to check inside your mouth. He certainly doesn't bother to ask you to open up the area between your gum and your cheek, or your gum and your lip, and you blow a breath test and you blow well over the legal limit. Why does that happen? Well, tobacco, when you've got chewing tobacco in your mouth, and you've got that chewing tobacco in your mouth while you're consuming alcohol, think about it. It acts like a little sponge, and it absorbs and holds all of that concentrated alcohol. Now, the alcohol that's in your lungs is very, very minute compared to the alcohol in your stomach and the alcohol that may be coursing through your bloodstream. The machine, when it reads the alcohol on your breath, basically extrapolates that number, multiplies it to come up with the estimated breath content. If you have alcohol sitting in that little sponge-like piece of dip or chew that's in your mouth, that can dramatically increase your breath alcohol content, falsely elevating it, and you need an expert witness to testify about the results of having tobacco, which is a foreign object in your mouth, why it can invalidate a test, and why it's a violation of the police policies and procedures when it comes to administering a breath test. Without that person, you may not prevail, in all likelihood, at the Bureau of Motor Vehicle hearing. Now, it's one thing for me to tell you that I understand how tobacco can impact a case, and I understand the defenses involved with it. However, as your attorney, I can't testify as an expert witness. You need your own expert to testify or provide a report for the Bureau of Motor Vehicles or for the criminal case. Because if you lose your license at the Bureau of Motor Vehicle level, it doesn't matter if you win on the criminal case. It doesn't undo that suspension. So for most folks, you got to try and beat it at the BMV level. And if there's a chewing tobacco issue, it needs to be raised, and the best way to raise it effectively is with an expert witness. So I hope this was helpful, and I would ask that if you have questions, about your case, pick up the phone if you've been arrested, call my office, and make some time to sit down and chat with me about your case. I assure you, you will walk away more informed than when you walked in, and hopefully feeling a little bit more at ease about how the defense of your case will progress. And if you got a tobacco issue, we will certainly discuss that. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.